Rivian showed off a camp kitchen and never made it, so they're not making it. So
Hi, welcome to DirtCom.
So everyone, we were at the Dirt Complex booth. This is Jarrell, former Rivian engineer, also known as Evie Lander. So Jarrell,
yeah,
walk us through. Well, first of all, your rig really stands out. Tell us about it.
Yeah, I got the Gremlins came over last night and
sell it.
Laid down the topography. But I know I actually did that by hand. I got a little jealous of.
Did you know that you're such an artist?
It's not just that. It's just like being that creativity.
I mean, it looks great.
Thank you. Thank
you.
It
looks great. Let's go. Wait, open up this gear tunnel.
Yep.
Okay, so you could see like it was improvised. He is just that good. Look at that. He's just that good. It looks great. I mean, it looks great on camera. It looks great in person.
Yep.
You did a good job.
Yep. Perception's reality.
All right. Now, you also made that. All right. Let's see it.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. So this is my camp kitchen. So this is my version of the camp kitchen. This is something that I absolutely need. Pretty much it's just everything I need to start up the kitchen, get cooking and whatnot. I got the induction stove, 2 burners. I got a collapsible sink. It also has electric faucet. So instead of using like a faucet you pull out and attach to the top, you sit there and turn it on and get running water off of it.
And everyone, he made this by hand.
Yeah.
Like just FYI.
Two hands with some tools.
He's probably looking. Yeah, it's impressive.
Yeah, thank you. One of the cool features that a lot of people are impressed with, I got the side drawer. This allows me to get access to supplies without having to pull the whole kitchen out, and I still have access to power. Helps out with just toaster or hair blow dryer or whatever you need.
Wow.
Microwave.
Anything.
Not too much.
Yeah. No, you get microwave. I mean, your Rivian could definitely microwave better than my Honda.
Up to 1400 watts. Yeah. It depends on the size of the microwave.
Okay, what's going on this other side?
I'll have to squeeze in over there.
I'm walking around this time.
Yeah, walk around.
Excuse me, Lloyd.
So I got these soft leather handles. Pretty much extends out the countertop, and all of my tools and cookware are here.
All right, and then can you pack it up and put it away again, and so just so we could see like how this just tucks away.
Yeah, it tucks away. Over here. So we ran the sink, so let's dump this water real quick.
while he's doing that in the background, I just want to make it clear that Rivian showed off a camp kitchen and never made it, so they're not making it. So
did you make that though, Jarrell? Did you make the camp kitchen at Rivian?
No.
Someone else did it?
No, I was part of the ECU validation testing. So all the ECUs on the vehicle, I was part of testing it through temperature, vibration, electrical stress testing. So I want to make sure that it's going to last the life of the vehicle.
Cool. All right.
Let's close this here while we're at.
Oh, look at this.
yeah,
Locks into place. Yep.
Fits like a glove. Nice. All right, well, it's a beautiful rig.
Yeah, thank you.
You have an awning. What other features does this thing have?
The main one I have is the rock sliders. You have the rock sliders from Electruck 4x4. I picked up some 20-inch wheels from Therm Fab.
Oh, by the way, what size tires are those?
These are 35-inch tires, so the 295, 65, 20s. And they tuck in there pretty good. I rub a little bit up front, but that's the beauty of off-roading and outridding your rig, right? You're gonna rub.
And does it rub at like 90% lock, or when does that start rubbing?
It rubs at the lowest, so the vehicle will slam all the way down on top of the tire and then full lock.
Right.
So you can cruise around in the lowest, and you might bottom out a little bit, but who does that in a truck that's outfitted with AT tires?
Right. And the beauty of the Rivian is you could run it like at kind of a higher height setting.
Yes.
Cool. All right. And then people are going to ask. Rivian people are going to want to know. EV people are going to want to know. How many miles have you lost running aggressive BFG KO2s?
Well, it depends on how heavy my foot is, right? So if I keep it around 65, 75 miles an hour on the road, it's probably around 2 to 2.5% hit on my range. So I still get 300 miles, because with the stock tires, I'll get 330.
Okay, no, I'm just saying that like I typically like drive it around like 70. I just cruise at 70.
Yep.
I don't feel a need to go faster than that when I'm on an adventure.
Yep.
When I'm trying to drive to work, I'll drive like 90. I will like wide open throttle at stoplights. I'll race, like try to race people. Yeah.
You can't do that in SoCal. We sit in traffic all the time.
Yeah. And 0 to 60 in 3 seconds still.
It's in the threes for sure. Even with all my gear, I surprise the crap out of a lot of people on the streets.
Everyone knows EVs are fast.
Yes.
I don't think anyone's getting, no one's surprised. Like when I'm trying to merge onto a freeway and I'm trying to like pass that person and it's like a Tesla, I'm like, ah, crap.
Damn it. Fall back, hit the brakes. Catch him when he's not looking. That's the only way you can do it. Surprise him.
Just like, what's that? All right. And then what else do you have going on here?
Yep, so I mean, we're here representing at Overland Expo with the DIRTCOM Trail Swing. This one's specifically made for the Rivian R1T. The biggest unique feature about this one that sets apart from the other ones is that it sits low enough, and it's got the part that goes into the hitch is extended. Because the Rivian itself, the tailgate actually hangs on pretty low.
Gooseneck.
It's essentially gooseneck.
Gooseneck. Okay, I learned a new term today.
So it doesn't actually rotate on a single point, it actually stands out. And this is actually kind of nice because then when you're putting plywood or drywall, then you get some coverage on that.
Nice. How's that trail MPG's been? Because I would imagine these would be more efficient on the trail.
It just depends on if
because like low speed is like EVs are just more efficient low speed.
Absolutely, but if you're going up the mountains, then you got to overcome getting over the rocks and crevices and stuff like that.
Well, so does gas though.
Exactly, yeah. And then coming back down the mountain,
you're regenning.
You get the regenning, yeah. So you get all that back.
All right.
Yeah,
and then AJ, get in here, man. Okay. Wait, what's the little hack if like let's say you run out of range and you're on a trail? What is the solution?
So solar won't get you anywhere. These things charge at 200 kilowatts an hour peak. And, like you're not getting that with solar. A generator, 110, 120 outlet, you're not getting anywhere with that. I think the best way would be to tow charge someone.
Right.
Which is not recommended by Rivian. But basically you get another vehicle to pull the Rivian
while you're in drive.
And the brake regen will actually charge the Rivian.
So you could pull someone just on flat and they're getting recharged.
Absolutely. Yep. Yeah. And people have done this. They've tested. There's a YouTube guy, I forgot who it was. He tested it and they got like 3 miles and 9 miles of driving. Or was it 9 miles, 3 miles and 9? I don't know.
That's 1 and 2.
1 and 2. Cut that part out.
Yeah.
No, we're leaving it.
All right, leave it.
Okay.
So,
all right.
Yeah.
So let's go talk about what are the changes to the Trail Swing, because I have the older version.
You do have
it's
the older version.
Still working just fine.
Yeah.
But there are upgrades.
So even though this Rivian is a lot cooler than mine, I want you to go there just because it's gray and you can actually see these are on camera. So this is an HD one, 2-inch chromoly tubing. They're all using a billet steel hitch assembly. So
for people that don't know your terminology, what is that?
It's a solid bar of steel.
It's a solid piece of metal, people.
Yeah. Most companies are just using hollow tubes like this. We're using solid steel because we got guys in big pickups like this towing big boats and trailers. And yeah, I just want to be able to sleep at night.
Right.
That I give people the strongest thing I can offer them. So
I'm gonna ask the hard question. Has the old ones ever bent?
The old one, like the old,
like the one I have.
Oh,
has it ever?
So
sorry, I'm like Geraldo, like from like I'm just like asking the hard questions.
I have had it happen.
Okay.
Yeah. So it was a guy who was towing, but he didn't have the right suspension, and he was bottoming out his rear suspension, which he admitted to me. Because I asked him, I was like, okay, what were you doing? What was happening? He's like, I was off-roading, but he was bottoming out his suspension. I don't care what car you have or what you have on your rig, but if you're bottoming out your suspension, you're
just constantly hitting bump stop.
The force is just so exponential. You know, that's why we have suspension. That's when you start bending control arms and brackets on your suspension.
Right.
So if you have a trailer and your body, you know, it's gonna bend.
Okay.
But this,
How much are these?
And
did he take them?
action.
Hold on, wait. We gotta pretend like nothing happened. You ask. So yeah, that question, you know, I'm not gonna lie, there's things that fail and then there's things you learn from. That was actually one of the reasons why, actually you're the reason, one of the reasons why we changed our hinge design. Because we had this hinge design on the HD the whole time.
Wait. You're welcome.
And
So I did test this product a few times, and yeah, so people know that I actually get out and test things, right?
yeah.
AJ?
When I designed the HD, it was kind of like my second go at the swing. And I made this hinge design more boxed and stronger. The previous trail swings did not have this. Not that they weren't strong enough, but there's people who have gone out on the trail who forget to close this, which we do not recommend. And it's technically not under warranty.
You don't recommend that someone forgets?
Yeah, don't
to
forget
just
to
close it?
your swing. It
Like-
happens all the time. That kind of showed me where the failure point was on the old ones, because he had 200 pounds out here, you know, that's a lot of weight. I was like, okay, well, that's why I want to update that hinge. In case someone does do it, at least it won't fail on them. So that's why on the newer versions of the trail swing,
And they don't come painted cement like this. This is just a special edition because it matches the Rivian, by the way.
that's why we put that same design on these ones. So it is a little bit more durable. And yeah, I just want to make the best product. So we try to integrate everything that we learn. I even updated this trail bracket because so many people were asking about 5-gallon jerry cans. I was like, yeah, we can do that. So just made this cleaner design, made it a lot stronger. It's a lot taller, so it gives you more cross section. So the swing is at a good place now because we've updated. And through all these updates, we've kept the price the same.
One little hack I did was I put like a little like strong magnet right here.
Yeah.
And it stops it from going more than 90 degrees.
Vehicle specific. Some vehicles it'll clear, some it won't. Like on mine, it won't hit.
It won't hit?
Yeah.
Yeah, it will. It'll totally dent.
Mine does it.
So
Really?
Mine clears perfectly, yeah.
Yeah, but that's like past the point of operation you'd want it at. Just
right. So, but when you forget and things swings open,
that's why I
and-
usually
so
leave this down. So that's another extra safety thing.
Yeah,
so if you forget the safety pin and the latch, and it does swing open.
I see that you made this piece right here like really thick now. It wasn't that thick before. Like on mine, it's not that thick.
Yeah, it's a little thicker, gives it a little bigger cross section.
Yeah.
Yeah, the reason why this one is Rivian specific, if you look underneath, look at their tow hitch.
Yeah. What's Jarrell told us already?
It's really deep in here. Some SUVs like Audis, it's the same thing. Like, you remember that Ken Block one that?
Where they like,
man.
I know.
Yeah.
Sorry,
That-
Ken Block, rest in peace.
The one that they,
Yeah.
I don't know who they is, but they welded an extension. That's what broke on their swing.
Right. Yeah.
Because theirs was too far in. But now we have this version, which is also using a solid billet.
Yeah.
It's a solid bar right there. That's not hollow.
Yeah.
So Rivian can tow 11,000 pounds. So we don't want to skimp out on that either.
Yeah. Are you still, so even though it's like beefed up though, are you still going to go with like just as a safety precaution, because it's extended out, max tow rating is half of your tow rating?
Yeah, that is a very, very general, blanket statement. It's
not gonna be this piece here.
it's really gonna depend on your vehicle. It really does. The funny thing is, if you want to get technical on that, these OEM companies that rate their trucks, their tow ratings, for the tow ratings are a little bit outdated too. And there's been a push to update it and make it more homologated, because Chevy can say 12,000 pounds when Ford can say 12,000 pounds, but the testing could have been a little different, There is SAE standards on it, but they're really outdated. Eventually they'll update them.
Cool.
So that's why I say it depends. Finally, actually catching up now. Like our supply chain is getting better. But yeah.
Cool. All right. Video's long enough.
Oh, it's too long.
You're shutting it off.
It's too long.
Shutting it down. about your info? Can you really like you can get them in the shot too? But
yeah,
can you? Is this going to be for sale?
That's what I'm pushing, right? So I need to figure out the manufacturing process for it because I can't do that in my garage. It's a space that's needed. Everybody's looking for a solution for that, and I want to be part of that, right? The growing.
So where do people visit? What website are they checking out to go get an update on this kitchen?
So the best place to go is on YouTube for EV Lander. I'm also on Instagram at ev_lander.r1t, and I usually put all my updates and builds and stuff like that, my DIY projects and reviews and everything.
Awesome. So make sure to check out Jarrell's YouTube channel, EV Lander. So thanks for tuning in to this episode, especially if you own a Rivian and you wanted to learn more about that camp kitchen. And I know many of you are going to be wondering if a Rivian could actually play the role of an overland vehicle. In this next episode, I am going to tag along with the two Rivians in this video. We're going to make our way back to Southern California, driving home from the Overland Expo P&W, which was in North Oregon. This will be over 800 miles of driving, and we camp along the way. All right, everybody, so here at a gas stop in Oregon. I gassed up, I got some water, I used the restroom, and these guys have 16 minutes to go. So essentially, plus 16 minutes, it's not terrible. You know, here it's Jarrell eating his snacks. You know, what are those, by the way?
These are dried tart apples. Would you like one?
I was kind of hoping that you would ask.
Be more competitive, man. Survival of the fittest out here.
All right, and let's go check on Jarrell's. Because I think AJ, you needed more of a recharge, right?
No,
you had more. So Jarrell's 18 minutes. It's not too much difference. And one more thing, people. Look how fast you're charging.
When we first started, it was at 210 kilowatts.
So just to put that in perspective, most solar setups, right? Like 100 watt. In best case scenario, I mean, not many people in RVs that are pulling trailers are pulling in 1 kilowatt. So really, solar panels just not going to do much. And like these guys said, the towing, how many kilowatts do you think the towing regen would do?
Oh, the tow charging? I don't know. I don't know. I couldn't answer that right now.
We need to do imaging and go down the steep part, see like how much you regen, because it's super steep.
It'll reach. So when I was at Mount Ashland, just going down the road from Mount Ashland, not off-road, on-road, I think I got 5%.
And how long?
That was probably a 30-minute decline, maybe 25 minute decline. Going like 40 average.
Yeah,
nice.
Depends on how steep and how long, because you can actually overheat and it'll kick it back down.
Yeah. So at a certain point, it'll decrease the amount of regen because you're charging too much. It starts to overheat. So
nice.
But that's on like a really long stretch, or a very steep.
Yeah. It's cool.
Now it's
Yes.
It's really and even without the door, it did a split solid. Yeah.
Bro, that's so easy. I could do that one.
You're right. No, you can't. Look at you struggling. You're struggling.
Yeah. The first one, that was my handle that I used. But then I kind of like this idea. You kind of push and then it opens.
That's so easy.
You'll see it. You'll see these little muscles.
I do already follow you, so
all right.
I'll keep up.
Good.
Okay,
Do
cool.
it.
Yeah. Either the awning or the fridge slide or something.
You're cheating.
Can I take a pic?
Absolutely.
You're cheating.